rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back, just shaking our heads. But right now we're too fast to slow down, just slow down, just yet. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. Just acting our age. Just acting our age.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Cowboys going up against the Redskins. With that, we'll send you up to FedEx Field and join our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's all... On to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
They'll get 32 yards there. And it'll be first down Redskins.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Cousins on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Second down, Cousins. Incomplete. This offense, here are the starters. It features a very speedy wide receiver, a Duke Blue Devil, Jamison Crowder.
Exactly right, and we're not talking about hoops. We're talking about a slot receiver who knows how to run all the routes so well and really is crafty beyond his years.
Third and long for Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Let's go! They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott backing up. He's going to look deep. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Cousins now to throw on first down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. First carry for the rookie from Georgia. It's Keith Marshall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Jalen Smith out of Notre Dame. Partner, that's got to be one of the best stories in the NFL, seeing him out on the field.
Yeah, it really is. That injury that he had during the bowl game against Ohio State, boy, that hurt his draft stock. So nice to see him out there.
I had him rated as the top player in his class in 2016 before his injury. He ends up going in the second round, and now he's starting to make the plays we expected to see.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Cousins now on second down. He sets to fire deep. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. Okay, starting lineup time offensively, Charles, for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big needs on the defensive line. And they go with the running.
They go star power.
They went
looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying, the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Set.
Now Marshall. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Completes it to Quick. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that brings up fourth down. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. From the right hash, this from 53.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front they were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more.
Let's go!
Again, it's Elliott. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now it's Crowder. Spinning past him. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And the drive begins here with Sims. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again with Sims. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. A dump off to Sims. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after the catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They go to Elliott again. Oh, up and over. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Surveying the field. He completes it to Bryant. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Prescott on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go!
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Complete to Jason Witten. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators in the red zone. Tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to make plays. Is there any other way to stop them?
Apparently not. In the red zone, like you said, that's your guy they got. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him. And
this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up second down. Last year for Orlando Scandrick, the torn ACL, the torn MCL, but 2016, as we see there, pretty much back to form.
How about the rehab, the dedication, got his quickness and agility back, and lost none of his playmaking skills.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mason Foster in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play action, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Play action now, Prescott. Finding time, looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Cuts back, left sideline. A big play here for the Cowboys. 41 yards. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Here we go now. Boom. Down it.
Cousins now on second down. Pryor has it complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing is Cousins. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. Give him 16 on the pickup, and the Redskins are going to get a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Cousins on 1st down. Out to the left here to Reed. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll throw again. Cousins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Brian Quick. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day, get the blocker away, and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
And his throw here's incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now comes the Cowboys punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Crowder now to return. He had one man to beat It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down, Cousins. A dump off to Sims. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, Washington. Charles Sims, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They run again with Morris. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Second down, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
But, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash.
Under pressure, they got him again. Terrell McClain. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here come the Redskins now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
A handoff to start the drive to Sims. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back now at FedEx Field. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Doxson with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few.
Bye-bye, Beasley. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. Got his man over the middle. This is quick. It goes as a pickup of 23. And that leads to a Washington first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go!
Cousins again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Again, it's Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And this is brought in by Pryor. It's a pickup of 17 there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And he slings one that's incomplete. Charles Sims, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
One back is Morris. Now Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, he stays up. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And this is going to be incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the 1st down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground. And when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback. And when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, they run with Sims. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Watch the pass. Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. All right, here we go.
On third down, Cousins. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And now here come the Cowboys. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Fresh set of downs here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now it's Morris. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Morris. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. But Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out